بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم الحمد لله الذي أرسل رسوله بالهدى ودين الحق ليظهره على دين كله ولو كره المشركون والصلاة والسلام على أشرف الأنبياء والمرسلين نبينا Muhammad وعلى آله وصحبه أجمعين. Meine Geschwister im Islam, wir haben heute eine große Freude, weil wir sitzen in Doha, in Qatar, mit dem Sheikh Dr. Bilal und ich muss sagen, von meiner Seite aus ist es echt eine riesengroße Freude, mit dem Sheikh Dr. Bilal heute hier zu sitzen, weil er ist jemand, der in meiner ersten Zeit, wie ich zum Islam gekommen bin, mich auch sehr beeinflusst hat, weil er eine sehr überzeugende Art hat zu reden und auch sehr viel gelernt hat. Er ist einer der wenigen Leute, die aus dem Westen, denn er hat kanadische Staatsbürgerschaft, der kommt ursprünglich aus Jamaika. Er ist einer der wenigen, die in der Jamia Islamia in Medina abgeschlossen haben und danach nochmal in Riyadh den Magistertitel gemacht haben. Später hat er einen Doktortitel von der Universität in Wales bekommen. Und er ist jemand, der seit über 30 Jahren in der Dauerarbeit aktiv ist und er war schon in so vielen Ländern auf der Welt, in Indien, in Australien, in Kanada, Amerika, schon Holland, UK, also Großbritannien, überall hat dort Vorträge gemacht. Und hat natürlich dadurch eine sehr große Erfahrung, von der ich als Anfänger in der Dauerarbeit natürlich auch profitieren will. Und worum es mir heute geht, ist, wir wissen, dass das islamische Wissen eine ganz wichtige Sache ist. Und wir wissen, dass der Prophet a.s. gesagt hat, Man salaka tariqan yabtaghi fi ilmin, sahalallahu lahu tariqan ila al-Jannah. Das heißt, wer einen Weg zum Wissen sucht, dem wird Allah den Weg zum Paradies leicht machen. Und der Dr. Bilal, der hat ein Programm gestartet, weil er kennt auch die Bedürfnisse der Leute aus dem Westen. Und er weiß, dass es für viele Menschen unmöglich ist, beispielsweise 6, 7 Jahre nach Medina oder nach Mekka zu gehen. Er hat deswegen eine einmalige super Sache gemacht, wo ich nur sagen kann, dass ich das jedem empfehlen kann. Das ist die Islamic Online University. Und wir haben diese Seite, also www.islamiconlineuniversity.com. Wir haben das auch jetzt auf unserer Seite. Und wir wollen, dass ihr daran teilnehmt. Wir wollten den Sheikh Dr. Bilal zu diesem Projekt fragen. Das heißt, ich wollte mit ihm dann dieses Interview auf Englisch machen, damit er genau erklären kann, was es mit dem Kurs auf sich hat. Dr. Bilal, Assalamu alaikum.
Alaikum assalam wa rahmatullah.
About your Islamic Online University. I just told I introduced your person and that you have a lot of experience in the Dawah field, that you studied in Medina and Riyadh, and that you went all over the world and make Dawah, and that you know how the people need Islamic knowledge, especially in the West, and that it's not possible for everybody to go abroad to study there 6 years, so you made up this Islamic Online University. And what I wanted from you, that you, for example, explain to us how this works. For example, one guy, maybe a Muslim from Germany, is a new Muslim, how he can study in your university now, in your online university.
Well, alhamdulillah, wa salatu wa salam wa rasulillah. All praise is due to Allah, and may Allah's peace and blessings be on the last messenger of Allah. The university is basically geared for the world with an English base. There is one section of it which consists of short courses having 10, 12 or 15 lectures, or maybe as low as 8 lectures, covering different topics, and they have been arranged in a level. You have like level 1, level 2, level 3, level 4. Now these lectures are mine as well as lectures of other people like Sheikh Abdul Rauf, Sheikh Salim Al-Amri, Sheikh Abu Abdis Salam, and others, and their lectures are being added. So that section, a person can come in, register, they will be sent, a student code, and then they can start to study at their own will. There are no costs involved, there are no time restraints. They can come in and go out as they will.
Okay.
And so that we call our diploma or certificate side of courses. Then the other side, for those who want serious study, those who really want a BA level study. We have a BA program which we started back in March, where they have to upload the high school certificates. If it's in German, then it has to be translated into English, and these have to be attested to affirm that this is in fact a legal document. And there are some minimal fees for registration and examination, but there are no tuition-free fees.
Okay, so this is a lot of information. So you have first of all like short courses, and secondly you have this BA.
Yeah, the BA course, for example, first one needs to know how is the material presented. In general, whether it's on the short courses or in the BA program, you have recorded lectures. The recorded lectures then are supported by PDF files which give the written text of that lecture, so the student can look at the material whilst he is listening or after he has listened, or you can just read the material and not watch. Or there's also audio. You can listen to the audio instead of watch. So you can make audio copies, stick it in your car whilst you're driving. You can listen to it. But then after each lesson is complete, after you're finished either watching, listening, reading, then there is a small test. You know, a multiple choice test for each, you could say, module, for each lecture. Okay, so that is the same in both the short courses as well as in the BA course. But the difference in the BA course is that we also have live sessions. For every 2 recorded lecture by the professor, there is a live session where the student comes into what is called a virtual classroom with a tutorial assistant who has mastery of the subject. He is not the professor, or even sometimes he might be, but in most cases it's somebody else who may be a BA graduate or something like this, who will then answer whatever questions the students have from the 2 recorded lectures that they watched. Okay, that's in the BA program. In the diploma program, there are no live sessions, so the program just goes on. You will get assignments. There will be assignments that you have to do, which you write, then you send them in. We have people who will grade those assignments, and the marks are added to your marks, and then you have either a midterm exam and a final exam, or just a final exam if the course is quite short.
You know, I mean, for me, when I hear this, it's really great, you know, because it's an alternative. Somebody, you know, he normally has to go to university and he sees the doctor live, but now we have just, you know, videotape the lecture, and later on he can see it whenever he wants at home, you know, if he has no time. And that's a possibility also for somebody who's working. He's maybe working in the morning, cannot go to university, so he sees the lecture at night. You know, it's very great, and especially that it's written and also for hearing audio. So what I understood from this, you know, the short courses can also be used for somebody, for example, who wants to try how it fits for his situation. Maybe he makes first a free course and looks how it works, everything, and later on he goes into this BA course.
Sure. I would also say that, you know, for people who are new Muslims, that the courses on the certificate level, those courses are probably more appropriate because they're more simple. There's one course called the Foundations of Islamic Studies, which has 21 parts. I would advise any new Muslim who's coming, before going into the BA program, to do this first. Also, there is reading and writing Arabic courses, which I would advise them to take also first, because you'll be going into the BA program with Tajweed, for example. Tajweed requires that you do have some knowledge of Arabic. So my advice would be that for those who want to take it, they may go ahead and register, but before actually going into the BA courses, do from the certificate the Foundations of Islamic Studies, which will give them an overview of all of the basic areas of Islamic disciplines, Islamic sciences, and also do the Arabic course that is there for reading and writing.
I also saw there's a short course for Tahara, purification, and for prayer, and especially this is very important for new Muslims.
For new Muslims, yeah. So I would say in general, most of the courses in the certificate level would be ideal for new Muslims to build up their foundation.
Yeah, really. Now the BA course, how long does it take somebody to come
it's
out?
4 years.
4 years.
Yeah.
And he can also take a long term, for example.
It can be longer if he takes less subjects, or it can be shorter. It could be down to as little as 3 years, because we have 6 to 7 subjects per semester. Yeah. If they take more, they take say 10 subjects per semester. When we have the full offering, right now because we just started, so those who are joining us now have to take what's available. But once the course gets moving, we're going to the fall semester in September, then those who are joining in September, they could conceivably take courses which are from the first semester as well as courses from the second semester. So depending on the amount of time, really, it's really up to the amount of time that the person has that they can, give to the study.
So it's very comfortable for somebody. He can study at home and he can choose what he takes. Almost, 6 subjects in a semester, for example. It's not too much. It's possible. And what kind
to be honest, I mean,
it seems to be.
Yeah, you have to give it, a consistent amount of time. It is because every subject you figure, if you have 6 subjects and you have 2 classes a week, okay, so you have to, for one given subject, you've got 2 hours that you need to listen, right? And let's say give another 2 hours to read over that same material.
At least, yes, of course.
Okay, so that's 4 hours for one subject.
Okay.
And then you have the test also. So you're preparing yourself for the test. Well, even we just call it 4 hours.
Yes.
4 hours times 6 subjects, that's 6 courses, 24 hours.
Yeah, of course.
Okay.
I mean with comfortable, I don't mean, it's easy, but I mean, he can choose when he learns. For example, for somebody, he has to go to university now. At this time, you have to be available. It's maybe hard, but so he can choose whatever time he learns, of course.
Yeah, but the bottom line is, we can say that if you have 7 days in a week, and you decide you're going to put in 6 days evenings studies, you have to think in terms of 4 hours each evening.
Okay.
So it's not a joke, right?
No, I don't say it's a joke.
What I mean though is that it is, what it is saying is that even though, say you might miss one night, you can put 2 hours a night and then make up the rest on the weekend, for your Saturday and Sunday, for example. But you'll need to be putting in some consistent amount of hours every day.
Yes.
It has to be tackled in a disciplined way. So you have to do it in a disciplined way. I mean, there's flexibility, meaning that you
this
can.
This is what I mean. This is the word.
There's flexibility there, but still, it can't be done when I feel like it. Otherwise, it's not going to work. The person will not be able to keep up with the requirements of the classes, or the assignments, or the midterm, and it's all going to pile up on them. You're not going to be able to.
This is the exact term I wanted. Flexibility. For example, now, what kind of subjects do you have? I saw, for example, Aqidah, Mustalah, Hadith, and.
It is. We're running basically what we would call the Usul al-Din, Da'wah and Usul al-Din course. We have all of the basic topics that are covered in Da'wah, all of the basic topics covered in Usul al-Din. Usul al-Din meaning you're going to have Aqidah, you'll have Fiqh, you'll have Hadith, you'll have Tafsir, you'll have Sirah, you'll have Arabic, grammar, and we also add courses which are we could say, supplementary courses for anybody graduating to be effective in working in community, doing community work, etc., or teaching, etc. So we have courses in teaching methodology from an Islamic perspective, in administration, Islamic administration, in Islamic finance. We have courses also in studies of minorities, minority studies, Muslim minorities around the world. We have courses which deal with organizations. How do Islamic organizations function? Looking at those organizations, how to set up an Islamic organization. So, so we have a variety of supportive courses which should give the graduate the ability to either run an Islamic institution or to teach in an Islamic institution, to be a consultant to an Islamic institution, to be a translator, or to just use that in their own field. For example, maybe they're an engineer. Use that knowledge to guide them as an engineer how to apply their skills in a way which is most beneficial Islamically. To beneficial to the Muslim community, etc.
So I see your aim is not only that the people learn for themselves, but that they also teach it afterwards, and that the Islamic community benefits from it. This is what.
Because as Muslims, we're not individuals. We are part of a community.
Of course, I just mentioned this because some people think, yes, I learned only for myself, and afterwards it doesn't matter. I need to pray, and if I know to pray, it's okay, but I don't teach other people. So I see your concept is based or focused on people who also want to benefit the community.
Well, the bottom line is that, of course, those people who just want the knowledge for themselves, we say, come, get it, take it, benefit from it, okay. But of course, Prophet Muhammad ﷺ, he said, خَيْرُكُمْ مَنْ تَعَلَّمَ الْقُرْآنَ وَعَلَّمَهُ. The best of you are those who learn the Quran and teach it to others. Okay, so that is the best. Good is to learn the Quran. If you didn't teach it to anybody, it's still good. It's benefited from it. You improve your salah, whatever. So we are there for both. I mean, ultimately, we do want people to be able to share the knowledge because that is the ultimate level. And that is where the greatest benefit is.
So you told us how much time somebody needs to benefit and somebody needs for learning in this course. Now, if you compare, you studied in Medina and you studied in Riyadh, and you make this course up. So, if you now make a comparison between the studies, for example, in Medina, or somebody who graduates from Medina and somebody who graduates from your course, what are the disadvantages or what are the advantages, how would you compare it?
Well, the bottom line is that Islamic knowledge is fundamentally in Arabic. So a person who studies Arabic formally, spends 2 to 3 years studying Arabic, then goes into a full course of study in Arabic medium. From the depth of knowledge in Arabic, he will have a greater access, no doubt. However, the essence of what is being studied is taught in our program. In the Islamic Online University, a person who studies it will study the essence of what is there. He will study enough and have enough knowledge to be able to teach others, to benefit others, benefit himself, etc. So the main studies will be there. And he will also be getting Arabic, which will enable him in the future to go further, in his studies in the Arabic medium. So, the point is that there are levels. The study in Medina and in Arabic institutions is going to be higher, no doubt. What we have is something which may have additional benefits in the sense that, we're getting some other skills because we have included those other subjects of Islamic finance and business administration and these other courses, which would then give the student, the graduating student, other skills and would strengthen him in the field of da'wah as well as in his Islamic knowledge.
This is exactly what I wanted to say, because I looked at your program And it seemed to me from the beginning that you're very focused on the dawah work, that the one who graduates from this course, that he's able to give dawah to other people. Now, you said it is almost for 4 years. What I see also as an advantage, especially for people in the West, if they study, for example, in English, they can also teach in English. I mean, for example, in Germany, or maybe it's also in some English-speaking countries, there's most durus, most lectures are always in Arabic or in Turkish and so. And so I think for the non-Muslims, if somebody learns the religion in English, it's easier for him maybe to handle with non-Muslims, because he has all these terms, he has memorized them. For example, now you learned in Arabic. Of course, I don't say don't learn in Arabic, you know, I try also, but I just want to mention this because I see this as an advantage, because there are some terms in Arabic, for example, tawheed. How do we translate this if we don't talk to somebody? Or how do we translate mustalah? How do we translate this and that? So I think it's also advantage maybe for the people in this point.
Yeah, I mean, considering that English is basically the international language, you know, which all people are learning all over the world. So for dawah purposes, definitely, you know, having the course in English is a definite advantage.
Maybe, for example, in my case, I was thinking about this, and I said, you know, I said to myself, you know, if I study these courses, you know, I will also benefit from my English, you know, very much, because if we always hear to lectures and we always read, you know, we benefit because we learn new words, and so it's also very beneficial. You know, maybe you want to give some last words to the brothers and sisters in Germany, or?
Well, alhamdulillah, you know, this is a great blessing from Allah that He has made His knowledge institution available so that it can reach into your homes. You've been relieved of the burden of having to travel, and you know, as people of the past, to gain knowledge, they had to, you know, get out on journeys. That's why the Prophet ﷺ had said, you know, whoever takes a path in which he seeks knowledge, Allah will make the path to paradise easy for them, because seeking that knowledge in the past especially, it involved effort, a lot of effort to go out and travel for it. But of course today, with this now available, we don't have to go out, but there still is effort, because to gain this knowledge, even though it's now so readily accessible to us, one does have to set aside time. You know, one has to manage one's time effectively. If one is going to seriously seek this knowledge, then one has to organize a day. Organize the time in your day. What are the things you're doing in the day? And set aside a slot for a study. Because if you just leave it as, yeah, I will study every day, you know, this is my intention, you know, then things will come up. Our lives are busy, there's so many different distractions, etc. We'll not be able to do it. You know, we'll not be able to be consistent and to keep it going. So this is why, you know, I would advise you not only to commit yourself to come and study, but also commit yourself to sacrificing from your time for the sake of Allah to get this knowledge.
Yes, I have another question. I forgot. This BA course, this bachelor's course, it's accredited? How is it?
At the moment it is not accredited, but we are in negotiations with a university in southern Philippines, in the what they call the autonomous region of Muslim Mindanao, where they have accredited universities recognized by the Philippine government, and thus they are recognized internationally. One of the institutions there is currently in our discussion with us to issue the degrees for us. So within a month or so, we will be able to announce that our degrees will be accredited.
How many students are now studying in this Islamic online university?
Those in the diploma course, it's over 26,000 from 177 different countries around the world. You know, those that have started the BA program, in March.
Yes.
We have about 250
Yes.
who signed up for that semester. There were 2,000 who applied,
Yeah.
but the process of registration, turning in your documents and everything, out of all of that, 250 completed the process and are currently studying.
Yeah.
And we now
But that's
just
even great. A good
yeah,
number.
250, sure.
First semester.
When we started the program in Ajman, in the UAE, when I started up a Department of Islamic Studies there, I mean, we started with 30 students.
Yeah.
This is 250. Sure, it's a big number.
Yeah,
Actually, and we've now opened up the doors again for registration for the fall, for the September fall semester. The registration is going on now. People can apply now.
Okay, so the next semester begins in September.
Yeah. So we'll have 2 intakes every year. Once in September and the other one in February, really.
Okay.
February.
So für die Geschwister in Deutschland, die können sich jetzt bewerben für September, damit ihr anfangt, damit ihr dort richtig lernen könnt. 4 Jahre Studium. Und ich kann euch nur sagen, vom Sheikh Dr. Bilal, da kann man wirklich richtig von profitieren. Und viele meiner Unterrichte, die ich gemacht habe, wo ihr vielleicht sagt, super Beispiele beispielsweise, zum Beispiel dieses Beispiel, was ich mal gebracht habe mit dem Kind, mit der Impfung, ja, dass das Kind nicht weiß, warum die Impfung gut ist, aber der Erwachsene weiß, warum die Impfung gut ist. Und Gott ist natürlich viel allweiser und wissender, also allweiser und allwissend und weiß mehr als wir. Das sind alles Beispiele, die ich auch von Dr. Bilal Phillips kopiert habe. Das wollte ich nur kurz an dieser Stelle mal gesagt haben. I just told them that they have to try to apply for the admission, for September. And so it's in February and September the semester begins, or
the fall semester in September, the spring semester in February.
Okay.
So we have 2 semesters per year.
Okay, it's very good. The Arabic level, because you are studying Arabic and Islamic knowledge at the same time. So I saw in every semester there is you teach
course.
Arabic.
Yeah.
After 3 years, how do you expect the level in Arabic for the people who study this?
Those who graduate, the 4-year course, they should have gotten enough to be able to read basic Arabic texts. And to further their studies in Arabic. The spoken Arabic will not be as strong as if they had been in an institution in an Arabic country, But the Arabic is, to a large degree, depends on the effort that the individual puts in.
Yeah.
So some people may graduate and they're, maybe they can hardly hear and understand. Others may graduate and hear and understand well. There's different. But the potential is there. If a person applies themselves, gives it sufficient time, then they should come out with a decent level of Arabic, to be able to read basic texts in Islam.
Yeah, because a lot of people are very interested in learning Arabic, and so this is why I asked this question. Yusuf Essence, he mentioned in one lecture, he said it's free advertisement. He said that this Arabic program that you teach, you developed it by yourself. This is right? Yes.
Yeah, there is the basic Arabic grammar for the first 2 semesters.
Yeah.
I developed. There's a book I wrote called Arabic Grammar Made Easy. But that is just to give the student a brief introduction to Arabic grammar through the medium of English. After that, then they go into all Arabic studies, where a professor, PhD from Azhar or elsewhere will be teaching Arabic from either the Medina books, right, which are standard books used in Medina University in their language department, or they will be, what they call al-Arabiya bayna yadayk, which is a common one used in many of the institutions around the world.
So in the later levels there are different teachers, for example in Arabic from Egypt and so on. It's very good to know. I think.
And for Tajweed, I should mention that we do have female Tajweed instructors who will be working with the females, because Tajweed involves a much closer contact and listening carefully and communication with females on a big scale. So we do have, you know, females who are qualified, fully qualified for supervising the what we call the live classes of the Tajweed course.
That's very good. Okay, I think that's enough, or did I forget something? Okay.
Inshallah.
Jazakallah khairan, Bilal. I am really happy to meet you here, and I hope that it will be beneficial for the Muslims in Germany, and that a lot of people try, or even if some, you know, try to make this course, because what we really need in Germany are people who learned Islamic knowledge and who are able and willing to spread this message. That's very important. So Jazakallah khairan, and I want to thank you one more time. I want to say one more time Jazakallah khairan, because I also benefited a lot from your lectures. It's one more time Jazakallah khairan.
And also we just like to greet those students from Germany, you know, who are already enrolled in the program, because there are a number who already. I haven't got the exact statistics to tell you how many, but there are a number from Germany who are already.
I want to know who you are.
So inshallah, you can contact our brother Abu Hamza,
please,
you know, and help to promote the course more amongst the Germans.
Especially for the Germans who are already in this course. I would like to make an interview with you, that you share with us your experience in this course, because we want to motivate the people to study and to learn, because what we need in Germany, and I know some people from Holland and from other countries and from Switzerland and from Austria are also listening, maybe, Allahu Alam. So I tell you, what we need in the West, we need people who learn the religion and who are willing to spread this message. So learn here. This is one of the best opportunities for you. Okay, one more time. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.